Now we move on to our 13th session of online Atal FTP organized by Department of Computer Science, Majlis Arts and Science College, Autonomous. It is my immense pleasure to invite Professor Mohammad Rafi, Head of the Department of Physics, to deliver the welcome address. Professor?
Thank you, Chitra ma'am. Am I audible?
Sir, yes, sir.
Respected Dr. Mohammad Gutti sir, Principal Majlis College, Autonomous, Dr. Abdul Jabbar, today's resource person, Professor Rafiq, IQC Coordinator, Ms. Chitra, Joint Coordinator, Adel FTP, and dear participants, a warm good evening. I warmly welcome you all to the last session of this FDP on empowering educators with the next generation computing, artificial intelligence, supercomputing, and data science. I directly enter to my duty. First of all, I introduce today's resource person, Dr. P. Abdul Jabbar. Dr. P. Abdul Jabbar is an accomplished academician and researcher with over a decade of experience in computer science, education, and administration. Completed his PhD in computer science from Bardiyar University, Tamil Nadu. He has served in various prestigious roles, including assistant professor at the School of Computer Science, Mahatma Gandhi University, Kerala, and also served as joint director of the Graduate School, MG University. He has strong research background and contributed significantly to the field through numerous publications in international journals and conference proceedings. He is also a recognized speaker, having delivered invited talks at various national conferences and institutions. Currently, he is working as assistant professor at the Graduate School, Stamford International University, Bangkok, Thailand. On behalf of Majlis College, Autonomous, and AICTE, sir, I welcome you to this Adel FTP. Now I welcome Dr. Mohammad Kuti, Principal Majlis College, to this session. I welcome AICTE Sufaina, Assistant Professor, Department of Media and Communication. She is the rapporteur of this session. I welcome Mr. Sharfuddin, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management. He will deliver the vote of thanks to this session. Finally, I welcome all participants to this session. Thank you for being here. Once again, I warmly welcome each one of you, and I wish all a productive and enriching learning experience. Thank you. Now I invite Ms. Aisha Sufaina to chair the session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Without grabbing more time, I directly invite Dr. Abdul Jabbar P., Assistant Professor, Graduate School, Stanford International University, Bangkok, Thailand, to handle the session on the topic Interactive Classrooms and AI. Sir, please.
Good evening. Is it audible?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Okay. So, first of all, my sincere thanks to the organizing committee of this FTP, Majlis Arts and Science College, and respected principal and the chair and the participants of this FTP. So it is a challenging attempt to explain something that means my view about the education and the AI. Together we can do something better in the field of teaching and learning. So in this session, I planned some kind of traditional approaches already we have experienced in India, as well as some kind of theoretical approaches successfully implemented in the education, and also how we can integrate AI for a good outcome using this kind of teaching and learning methodologies. So let's start. Can you hear me? Okay, the sound is okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
sir. Audible, sir.
Okay. So I'm just making some case studies in this regard. That means I already mentioned that India, there are so many interesting traditional methodologies in teaching and learning. The famous is Gurukula. Gurukulam was traditional school system from the ancient India, where the student lived full time with their teachers. We had a lot of experience and history, background, stories, some kind of holy books, everything explaining about it. So in this methodology, students lived full time with their teachers. That means teacher considers as guru in a natural and peaceful environment. So this system provide holistic education, meaning that means it taught more than just academic subjects. In this, student also learned practical skill, strong moral values, and discipline through their daily routine. That means some close relationship with their guru, that means teacher. So here, some kind of personalized attention to each individual, as well as some kind of student behavior characteristic, some knowledgeable, skilled, well-rounded individual, we can make it. In this scenario, so I'm just make an hypothesis that is AI imitate Gurukula. That means I just before mentioned some kind of benefits of Gurukula. That means personalized learning, some kind of knowledge, and some kind of credits we are getting from the Gurukula. So my hypothesis, that means an objective I just set before starting the session, that is hypothesis that AI imitate Gurukula. So you may have get an introduction about the topic. So how this AI is connected into the Gurukula and using the features of Gurukula, something like that, is based on educational theories. See, the fundamental aspects of the education is learning. That means we can do something or some sequence of activities or define things. So it is enable, that means the learning enable us to do this kind of thing. And as well as for the intelligence is helping us to do it a proper way. So what is intelligence? We consider intelligence, we can classify it is three. First one, that means we can do many things based on some procedures or some kind of strategies himself or herself. That means we are doing a particular task ourselves. So that is the first case. And sometimes we cannot do ourselves and we ask help or some kind of assist from others to complete the task. That is the second one. And third cases, suppose we getting assist, then itself we cannot do the task. So three kinds of intelligence that is we can see in the considerations. Okay. Then AI. So AI just imitate this kind of intelligence. That means a human being doing this kind of activities with the help, without help, or sometimes they fail. So AI just imitate all these things. So this is the preface we starting the interactive classrooms. And before go into the session, again, I will set some kind of case studies. You can see how we can make learning. So the traditional way, we can see the schooling system that's starting 1 to 10 and higher secondaries, then bachelor degrees, master's degrees, and we are using some conditioned stimulus that help the students learning based on their behaviorism, and also some schemas that give to the students some kind of experience and problem solving aspect, so they are moving for their career goals. And another case study, an individual cannot join the school, and he start his small jobs, and he gradually improved and join another job, and the situation he's just improved based on the natural stimulus. That means from the environment he getting some kind of information and stimulus. Accordingly, his behavioral patterns just improving. So we are analyzing these two case studies. We can understand that both cases, the learning is gradually taking for a wonderful career. And the end, we can see the both individual getting a good profile, like a good living. This not based on money or some kind of position, but this both individual living in a good manner. One who is conditioned and trained scenario like schooling, but the second case is just learning something is natural stimulus. Okay, so just note this. And I'm just focused on the first cases. And here we are using some kind of methodologies and theoretical aspects to define, that means some proved methodologies in the classrooms. So that is, we termed as interactive classroom. That means the student active learner, and they are understand the cases and implementing those concepts in their lives. Mostly some previous decades, everybody by hearting and writing the exams. So interactive classroom just focus on active learners and practicing all these kind of concepts and how this is can use in their daily lives, that kind of approaches. And here there are some kind of result we can expect. That means the student should be active, as well as they are very interesting for their learning activities, and there are so many benefits from this approach we can get it. That means the previous years we are facing some kind of issues. The students not interested for their studies, and sometimes they fail for their exams. There are lots of issues, something like that. But in an active learners, like in Back to Classroom, engage the students, and they are very active and interesting and participating classroom activities. So I already mentioned some kind of theoretical aspects we are following, that means successfully implemented and analyzed in the teaching and learning. So that is based on some kind of psychology aspects. That means learning is happening. I already mentioned the first slide, that is the improvement of the brain or the ability to do some kind of task or procedures, complete some procedures. So some kind of activities, mind activities take place in the process. So psychology has a very important role in these cases. So there are lots of theoretical branches in the psychology, well defined, and somebody may be learned in the educational degree. I'm taking two case studies again from the psychology, that is behaviorism and cognitive theories. So how this is working in the classrooms and how the AI can integrate these activities in the class. And metacognition also, I just connected in this regard. So everybody know about behaviorism and its roles in classrooms. And here, the behaviorism just analyzed based on some stimulus. That means we give some kind of rewards or some kind of activities and analyze the behavioral or pattern changes of students. So this is give a good result whenever a student's active participation in the classrooms. So let's see how it is works. Some kind of example is like in a market, a product is just listing and a customer just come with some kind of analysis of advertisement and he just make a decision and the purchase is happening. So it is based on some stimuli he got based on advertisement. So he thinks this product most useful for his use. So he make a response that a purchase. And some another simple example. See, you can see a dog in the picture and the feeding time, we just make a bell. For the experiment, first, we just provide the food without bell and ring the bell after the food. And followingly, both food and the food is provided. Both food and bell ring the same time. The dog just understand. Sometimes the bell is ring, food may be ready. So such like stimuli we providing, and the dog respond fastly. So this is a stimuli, that is an example of behaviorism. That means we analyzing the pattern, giving this kind of stimulus in the classrooms and analyzing the response. So I think this example is understand. Simply, every time we are using these methods in the classroom, and this is give you something, the student improvement of learning aspect and some kind of improvement of what thought or by hearting, and this kind of information is better for learning something, some improvement the students getting. And another method, reward method. Suppose a good action. See the picture, you can see a rat. So he do a positive jobs, sometimes some kind of lever or something. He press, he get a food pellet. Sometimes he wrongly press some kind of lever, he gets shock. So after sometimes the rat is trained which lever is getting food. So this is some another conditioning method, reward and punishment. So this is part of behaviorism. And this method also we are using the classroom. Sometimes we are giving some kind of reward like marks or very good, some kind of appreciation to our students. And suppose they failed, we just punish them like imposition or some methods, maybe practicing the classrooms. That depends. So this is a conditioning method, and the previous one is no conditioning. That means some stimuli we make based like ringing bells, and that provide the food same time. And here we just providing the rewards. And another theoretical aspect we consider in this regard, cognitive learning. So here, schema-based learning is practiced. What is schema? It is some kind of basic aspect we providing about a concept. And any kind of situation coming to the context, the student can imagine or make a solution or problem solving aspect, he can make an answer. So a simple example in this cognitive learning, suppose we just give some kind of points, like suppose a dog, it has 4 legs, there is a tail and 2 ears. Now something we just provide, it is called schema. Schema means some kind of data that feed about a particular concept. And another breed, a varieties of dog picture we just showed to the student. So that time he can identify it is a dog, because his mind already the schema of dog, like 4 leg, tail, and ear, nose, everything fitted. From the information schema, he developed a variety breed is a dog. So that is the cognitive learning. That means it is something creativity or problem solving aspect we are using in the classrooms. An example for that, everybody familiar with speed, distance, and time equations. And we just provide to find the speed, distance by time, d by t, and give all the explanation about, and give another question. A car drive at a constant speed of 60 km per hour. How far will travel in 3 hours? See, the previous schema that define speed is equal to distance by time. So the student should be calculated the another question based on the schema previously provided. Basically, these two concepts is different. And sometimes the student cannot achieve this, but the cognitive learning, they are capable to do this kind of task. I'm just giving you a simple example to understand what is cognitive learning and how it is helpful to the student. It can use in the problem solving aspect. And we can put all together in the classroom. I already mentioned behaviorism and cognitive theory in the classrooms, simple examples. And next, metacognition, thinking about thinking, what it is. So already we have some kind of knowledge about to do some kind of task. And here we are doing some extra thinking over a problem is getting to solve. So in that cases, we just analyze the problems as well as do some kind of continuous task based on the problem that maybe I will tell you. So just classify different phases, the problems. That means, first of all, we just planning. That means we have some kind of knowledge basis. And before start studying, some kind of just strength and weakness about what we are going to learn. That means the definitions or fundamental concept, everything we know, or the strategies what we have to apply to learn this kind of or solve this problem, and how to plan or complete the task. And phase 2, we have to monitor. That means self-questioning, identify the confusion or adapting the strategy. This kind of process we have to done. And third phases, actually we've done something that means some planning, some kind of planning about what we're going to study, okay, problem solving. So evaluating all these things, that means planning, already completed the planning, and monitor what actually we planned. And it is just the effectiveness. That means, suppose I am learn this or study this or solve this problem, it is effective or true, something like that. And make a conclusion. I plan something, and based on I monitor and questioning, identifying something, and evaluating. So finally, in the conclusion, everything just listed. So this is kind of learning is under metacognition. So it gives the students some kind of research level or interesting interactive teaching and learning. And the main concern today talk AI in education. So we are consider AI is something excited tool we can use in the education as it is a new new technology. We have to learn and how it is used in the scenario and all. So whenever we are using, we can personalize learning as well as automated administrative tasks and some kind of peer-to-peer assist for the students and some kind of translations. You can see some translation methodology that Chinese in the slide. Some kind of methods we can use something like that. So we have an hypothesis in the first slide. So you can see that Gurukula, that the guru is personalized in each individual and students for their education. That means Gurukula. Exactly, the AI gives us personalized learning and some kind of intentional attention of each students and some kind of tutoring system. That means giving some personalized. Some students cannot learn some kind of theoretical concept or some kind of practical things fastly. That means slow learners. So the tutoring system help the students give some kind of support to overcome that kind of issues. I just provide YouTube video links. That is an interview with Sir Isaac Newton about his life. He simply explained what happened in his life and his invention, something about. So if you're interested, you can just see that. That means simply explained theoretical aspects about his inventions. These kind of videos help students easily understand the cases and how to learn. Because in textbook, some kind of statement, some students cannot follow. So this kind of interactions and videos help the students for their learning. And some kind of administrative tasks, like we can manage students, like their assignments, their marks, conducting exams, teaching and learning plans, curriculum plans, this kind of administrative tasks. Suppose everybody is making teaching plans before the semester. So there are so many tools help us to create the teaching plans within 1 or 2 minutes. Exactly, some kind of translation methods. And mostly we are using English-based textbook. Sometimes the students may be unable to follow good English. So the translation applications in the AI help them in education. So you can see the benefits, some kind of like personalized learning and feedback and engaging contents, something, etc. So I just correlate this AI benefits with Gurukula. So we can see some kind of similarities. So that's why I just mentioned the hypothesis AI imitate Gurukula. And let's check how the AI can use in the classroom. So we just explain behaviorism theories. That means how the stimuli works or some kind of conditioning works, everything in the previous slide. And AI also doing the same thing, but in a different way. That means is student actively participate in the learning, and that time it makes some kind of prompts. That means students doing in a system about a problem solving aspect or learning something. So that time the system makes some kind of nudges. That means, oh, very good, this is the proper way you are solving the problems, go ahead. Something like that, he getting some kind of messages, prompts. And sometimes the students cannot go forward. He cannot getting how to move forward. That means stuck in the problem. So that time, some hints provided by the AI. That means you just go to that level or use that kind of parameter or variable or use this operator, something like that. Sometimes in history classroom, see what happening in the 1998, some kind of hints the AI is providing. And sometimes a particular job a student can do daily. I will give you an example that is, suppose you are a chess player. Every day you're getting interesting puzzles to solve. That means to meet the chessboard, giving you some kind of simple problems. Exactly, the students getting some kind of puzzles or problems every day before starting the schooling. This kind of things in the behaviorism is improving the capability of the students. So the students actively participating in the classrooms and he can do better. So three things, giving some kind of nudges, that means some prompt is getting the students moving on, and some kind of hint it's providing whenever students check on the problems, and some kind of task or drills do every day before starting the learning. So the students getting some kind of changes or stimuli. So he is actively participate in the classroom. And some other method, I already mentioned about consequences. The example, a rat in the box getting shock or rewards. Like that, the AI giving some kind of points or appreciation to the students, he is doing good. Suppose the students a wrong way, just give negative impact or some kind of feedback. So the students come back again, go the proper way. So reinforce stimuli or consequences in the classrooms that AI can provide. And every technology, we are facing so many issues whenever we are using in our daily life. Say hallucination, you may be hear about you are using AI tools like ChatGPT or Grok, any tools you may experience. How and what it is. I will give you an example that suppose you just provide or a student provide a plus b all square. So the correct answer x square plus 2xy, everybody know. It's a famous thing. But the hallucinated answer x square plus y square just eliminate 2xy 10. So how it is happening? Sometimes the system cannot understand what is the prompt. That means some incorrect mathematical scientific explanation from the AI. That means fabricated or some kind of event figures. And see, another problem, a student just asked, what is the name of Isaac Newton's wife? But the fact is Isaac Newton never married. But AI can give you some kind of name and some stories like Isaac Newton was married to a woman named something, and some explanation. Suppose we don't know anything about Newton history. This is misleading. So 2 cases, and prompt we checked, and some other cases. We just understand AI is a technology or a vast system that train big data, and it has some kind of knowledge base and everything. So let's see how it is work and after this slide. And every time it's predict or give you answer. Suppose we're talking about engineers, it's give male name. So I think that engineers, every engineers are males. Male or the engineer, some kind of misinterpretation or bias, stereotyping. And we're talking about nurse, I think all nurses are female. Some kind of stereotyping issues, because in literature or some kind of document we provide to the training for the AI engine, the things is focusing on every time the names of nurses, female, and engineers are male. So the system doesn't understand this kind of variation or the lack of knowledge. It is just trained based on the given document. In this document is just given male engineer name as well as female nurse's name. So some kind of stereotyping or biasing is happening. And some other cases in education, we can face that socio-economic bias. That means a student just type a prompt, I need a project. I'm 10-year-old, I need a project, science project. So the system prepared what he has. He never check whether the student socioeconomic background, like he is capable to buy the things like what it is using for us. That means the things which is using for the project, like pen or some kind of tools, something like that. And also any other things supporting to complete the project. He just provide an idea. Sometimes the student cannot complete the project. So this is another issue the AI-based teaching and learning is facing. That means the previous talk discussed about prompt engineering, something like that. That means giving a proper information or questions, then only we are getting the result. So in this regard, I have to make something that I already give you some kind of interactive classrooms, and interactive classrooms is using AI, these kind of things. And the problem also we need to discuss how to use the AI in a good way. See, mostly the students misuse the tool. The first one, AI generated assignments. So every time they just give a questions and it generates assignments. But we can capture this using so many tools, AI detector, everything is available. But this is a bad habit and some unethical consideration maybe this is leads. And some kind of paraphrasing. So the students become again smarter. They generated the assignment using AI tool and paraphrasing it using some another AI tool. So in this case, very difficult to identify the AI content, but then in itself we can identify using some kind of tools. And this is cause the students' ability in a wrong way. That means they cannot think properly. They are failure in problem solving aspect. Everything is happened. That means academic dishonesty and integrity affects badly. That leads a failure. The teaching and learning a failure to the student. So we are very much care about this kind of academic dishonesty and some kind of other issues in the educator also affect. That means cognitive offloading. So a question is just provided into the AI as a prompt. That time it's provide a good answer. So we never try to solve the problem using some kind of procedure or the way how to solve this kind of thinking or critical thinking or this kind of skills to solve the problem. We just avoid all these kind of skills. So that give a serious issue like cognitive offloading. That means the student never responds or what their behavior is very poor. So this is lead another problem. And the teacher may be over dependence for their lesson planning. That also gives some kind of lack of creativity, and it's not possible to critical evaluation. That means it's not effectively reach to the students for their learning and development. And moving on, some kind of another issues in pedagogical delivery that is based on the teachers using the AI to generate the content. That gives some kind of repetition or some kind of patterns that seriously affect the student. That means not properly evaluate the student's ability or engage them in the classroom. That means it's giving some kind of information not properly or engaging the students in a good way. And another is it is created some algorithm based things that also are not good for the teaching learning aspects. So these are the ethical and the issues we are facing whenever misuse of AI. So we should care about this kind of aspects whenever in the interactive classrooms. So AI we can use in a good way, as well as this is affect badly for their development in the classrooms. So we should care about this kind of situations. And the issues we discussed and how the issues may become like I already mentioned the hallucination. That means wrong information is provided by the AI tools whenever we are using the classrooms. This is a serious issue. So to avoid that kind of things, we must know what is AI. Every time we're getting so many lectures about AI and AI tools, how to use AI tools and something like that. We must know AI. I already mentioned about intelligence. Intelligence is solving a particular task himself or with the help of others. And third one, cannot do with the help of others. So AI is solving a problem then how it is solving a problem, we should know. Otherwise, we are making some kind of, so I will give you a simple solution how AI is working. Mostly nobody know how is AI working. Just look, this is the starting of a machine learning task. Suppose you're handling any courses in Coursera or any online solution, start from here. That means house price prediction, that is the fundamental things. It is easy, we can understand that 100 square feet, 1000 K a price as an example. So this is called data. And next one, 200 square feet, it is 2000. And just evaluate the data. You can get a progression, and I just use that data, see XY coordinate, that just marked and draw a straight line. See in the graph, you can easily identify for 100 square meter, it is 4000. This is the ability of human being. That means a particular data can plot in a plane. That means XY coordinate. And now you can guess 250 square meter, that means 2500. You can easily draw the line and identify the price, because there is a red line that define, you can draw the line easily. That means predict the price. But in the case of a machine, it is not possible. We are learning so many things in the from the childhood. That's why we are just solve this data into a plane easily. That means XY coordinate easily. But a machine is doing a different way. So how to solve this problem by machine? So let's see. So to understand that process, we can useful that kind of thing. That means it is a probability thing. Machine just try 1,000 times. That the process we call learning. That learning is happening training. So we provide this data into the machine with some equations. So as the human being perspective, they draw a line, just plot 100 and 1000 and 200, 2000, and draw a straight line. C form. Everybody know this is we studied our school times, I think 8th and 9, draw graph. The same thing we are using, and a straight line. Using the straight line, we can predict any prices. Suppose 550 square feet. Just draw the 550 to up to the red line and look into the Y coordinate. You getting the price. But the machines is doing the learning process in the training. First of all, they are giving the X and Y. See, AI use Y is equal to X plus C. So there is M is missing with the equation. Mx plus C. Straight line equation. Sorry for that. Please note. AI use Y is equal to Mx plus C, the straight line equation. So they are just applying Y, that means 1000 is equal to M into 100 plus C. Okay. And finding a point and use the next one, 200. That means 2000 is equal to 200 into M plus C. Exactly finding another point and draw a line. See, you can see yellow line, number of yellow lines in the graph, and verifying that these lines is matching the actual line, and find the difference. That means there is an actual line, and find the difference and reduce the difference. That means the learning. During the training, they just reduce the difference. Suppose we are applying the data into the equation, and that equation is giving an output that is related or near to the 1000, not exactly 1000. Machine getting 998, 980, 800, some kind of values. Not exact value cannot getting whenever the equation works. So the machine provides fast learning process, a yellow line. You can see number of yellow lines. That means machine try many times and reducing the errors. Okay, and reach to the red line. So that is the AI working principle. So there is some probability-based aspect. That means how much it is related to the actual output. Just comparing. And the probability, that means 80%, 85%, 90%, and finally reaching 98 or 97. The possibility of getting 100% not yet happened, but everybody trying to get 100%. Mostly it is reaching 99, not 100%. So this is AI. This is the way AI works. See, and we can predict the next value. Suppose after the learning, the machine can predict any another value. Suppose 150 you provided, it's giving you the value. That means the learning process is completed. It is very simple example. That's why this is giving you more accurate result. So this is what happening in the machine learning. And we are using some kind of AI tools that is LLM, large language model, ChatGPT, DeepSeek. So many lectures explain about those kind of tools and its works. I'm not giving you anything about the detailing, but how it is works. I mentioned the problem hallucination. Hallucination. That means giving you wrong answers. Everybody think ChatGPT is giving correct answer. It is a wrong concept. Your prompt is wrong. It's giving you wrong answer. So why? See, this is a ChatGPT training segment or not. Actually, ChatGPT, just a portion. We just providing data for the training, and the training phases, it work with so many other parameters. See, exactly like this, a number of possibilities the machine is taking during the training. And that value, the machine kept like this. See, the next, there is a matrix. You can see that W weighted values. That means that value is depends how the input is varying. That means the combinations that getting based on the prompt, that evaluating the prompt, and which is most probably or related to your prompt. The large language model just pick that weighted values and just output in the result. Maybe some difficult, some technical aspects, then itself you can understand. That means that is your prompt, and that prompt supply into the machine, and machine just checking which weighted value is most probably likely to your prompt. So the machine just provide that prompt as a result. The most related things or probability, high probability weighted values into the result. That combinations just provided as result. So that is actually you're getting after the prompt from the ChatGPT. So it is purely some probabilistic output from a model, not an accurate or the correct. So there should be some kind of error we should have to expect. Understand? That means machine works some kind of equations or something already defined theoretically. Suppose we're talking about some straight lines. Sometimes the machine understand the patterns is like a circle. So that time the equations y is equal to mx plus c just change to y is equal to x square y square. Sorry, x square and x square. Something like that. Equation, circle equations. So we identify the data, unless the data accordingly the equations change. There are so many algorithms you can see whenever you start learning AI. It depends. I'm just mentioned something. Not giving you difficult things or slides, just giving you what happening behind the machine learning. Every time you hear that the AI doing that kind of things, this kind of things, everything in the lecture, during the lectures, you can do that kind of task using the AI, something like that. So actually this is happening behind or in the machine, inside the machine. That means some probability based task and result is generated by the ChatGPT. And so some kind of problem we discussed, some kind of ethical issues we are facing whenever we're using AI, and how to mitigate it. So the basic thing, we should educate about AI. What is AI and how it is working? How we can use it? What is the limit? Something like that. We can use this technology to improve our skills and learning aspects, improving the learning aspects, something like that. But never use to create assignments or problem solving like prompt. That means AI literacy is must. And a human interaction we must ensure whenever you're using AI. Otherwise, the issues maybe happen. Student using some kind of problem solving aspect or creating assignments, something. So for that, we have to create good and enough questions. That means the AI cannot touchable, something like that. Students should involve and answer the question, something like that we have to promote. And AI assist to solve those things without giving answers. And next, critical thinking and some kind of verification aspects using, there are so many tools. AI generated content detecting tools is available. That kind of tools we can use to avoid this kind of misuse. And we are using some kind of domain specific tool like Blackboard, or there are so many other tools available for the teaching learning aspects. So such tools, domain specific AI tools we can use. Otherwise, it giving you some kind. Suppose we are providing ChatGPT in the classrooms, it may be misuse. To avoid such kind of, that means the ability of providing output. Suppose a student asking a question to the AI tool, it is just give ins, not the answer. That kind of customized versions of tools we have to use in the classrooms to avoid use like bot, chat, GPT, Gemini AI, there are so many things, Grok. And for the tool, we ensure the transparent. If so, we can avoid hallucination issues and the wrong answer or helping issues. That means AI is a black box nature. Black box means we cannot identify or understand inside the model what happening. It's giving an output. So every time we should have to verify actually the generated output is true. So the black box nature every time makes problems. Everywhere, education or medical or traveling, everywhere it's make problems. So the transparent designing of the tool is necessary. Customized version, that means domain-specific AI tools is necessary using the education. And that is the mitigation strategy we can use in the education sector whenever we are using AI. And finally, we can conclude that I'm just making a scenario and an hypothesis is based on classroom teaching. And I just explained the interaction based on behaviorism, cognitism, and metacognitism. That means it is proven theories. And using that, we can make the classroom interactive as well as incorporated participation of AI. That means customized AI. Not we cannot use something from the market directly like ChatGPT that give you more problems, not expected result in the classrooms. So this is what I plan to give you about AI and interactive classroom. And no doubt AI is a powerful tool giving you immense possibilities, teaching and learning. Sometimes manually we cannot create some kind of cognitive or behaviorism techniques. AI can give you some varieties or student engaging aspects that we have to find and use in the classroom. Okay, that means a video just interview to the Sir Isaac Newton. That means a person interviewed the Sir Isaac Newton in a AI-generated video that is going like all the theories of the Newton he introduced. Something like that we can use for better use of AI. And also suggest human or a teacher in between AI and students. Otherwise, it is misleading and making a bad effect. And that is what I present here for you in this session. Thank you for listening, and I expect some questions, and let's see the answers.
Thank you, sir. It was very informative session. Now, participants can ask any doubts. Okay, now I invite Aisha ma'am to deliver the rapporteur duty. Aisha ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. So, our today's session was about the interactive classrooms in AI, led by Dr. Abdul Jabapi, Assistant Professor, Stanford International University, Thailand. The speaker explored the foundations of learning, key educational theories, and the growing role of artificial intelligence in modern classrooms. The session begins with an overview of intelligence and learning highlights how humans learn from experience, solve problems, and adapt to situations. The key learning theories are behaviorism, cognitivism, multiple intelligence, and growth mindset, and explained how each shapes classroom practices. A major part of the session focused on interactive classrooms where different learning theories come together. Examples such as science lab activity and history debate illustrated how behaviorist reinforcement, cognitive processing, and interactive collaboration create richer learning experiences. This concept of metacognition, thinking about thinking, was emphasized as an essential skill of for students, helping them plan, monitor, and evaluate their own learning processes. Moving to technology, the speaker explained the basics of artificial intelligence, including idea of large language model and probabilistic methods. He discussed practical applications of AI in classrooms, such as providing feedbacks, supporting personalized learning, and assisting teachers in instructional design. So he stressed the importance of a human element in education. While AI can be a powerful tool, it should complement, not to replace the teacher. Human connection, empathy, and ethical responsibility remain central to effective teaching and learning. So, as the session concluded by encouraging educators to embrace AI thoughtfully, ensuring it enhances engagement and supports meaningful interactive learning. It's really an informative session for all students and the teachers too. So, I'd like to thank Dr. Abdul Jabbar sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for this informative session.
Now I invite Mr. Shafuddin VK, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management Studies, for the deliver the vote of thanks. Sharaf sir.
Hello, sorry, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Ah, Hello, a very good evening to everyone. It is my honor and pleasure to propose the vote of thanks for today, enriching technical session by Dr. Abdul Jabbar, Assistant Professor at Stanford International University, Bangkok, Thailand. Sir, your insightful presentation on interactive classroom and artificial intelligence has truly broadened our understanding of how emerging technologies can transform the learning environment. We are deeply grateful for the clarity, depth, and practical perspective you brought to his FTP. My sincere thanks to our FTP coordinator, Dr. Muhammad Kutti sir, for his guidance and constant support in making this program meaningful and well structured. I also extend appreciation to our reporter, my Miss AICTE Busfeina, Assistant Professor of Media and Communication, for carefully documenting the key points of today's proceedings. And a heartfelt thanks to Professor Muhammad Rafi, Head of the Department of Physics, for delivering a warm and thoughtful welcome address that set the right tone for the session. I take this moment to acknowledge all the professors and participants from various universities and colleges who joined us today. Your active participation and intellectual energy have added great value to the deliberations. A special note of appreciation goes to Mr. Muhammad Jabir PK from the Department of Computer Science for his excellent technical assistance. His behind the scenes support ensure that the session ran smoothly and without any glitches. I finally, on behalf of the organizing committee, I thank each one of you for your time, engagement, and enthusiasm. Thank you all. Thank you very much, and wishing you a wonderful evening. Okay, thank you.
Hello. Chitra ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So shall I leave now, Chitra ma'am?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Hello.
Audible, sir.
Okay. Our official sessions are over, my dear participants. The pending factors are examinations, feedback, and also we have to attend the validity session at 7:30. We have a short validity session from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. All of you are kindly requested to join over there for a validity address. Now, as I informed you earlier, we have an examination. It is an online test, as I informed you earlier. It will start at 6:30 p.m. today, and you can attend it online, preferably from your desktop or laptop. So just logging into your portal through logging into your account through atalacademy.in. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So log into your account and attend assessment. Assessment button is there. You have to just press the assessment button. Automatically, link will be open. It will be open at 6:30 p.m. only today, and you have to attend it without fail for the final certification. And after the after attending the examination, you have to submit your final feedback over there on the portal only. There is a button. Somebody might be knowing about this. Those who have already attended the FDP might be knowing about the final feedback. So a feedback button is also there in your account. So you have to submit the feedback of the FDP also. Okay. So as far as examination is concerned, there are only 30 questions, 30 MCQs are there, each carrying 2 marks. So all the content, all the questions are related to the content we have shared and the content we have presented over these 6 days. Okay. So you have to you have to use laptop or desktop. It may be possible from a mobile phone, but better to try it from your laptop or desktop. That is as suggested by ICT. So that's from my co-coordinator side. Thank you for joining for the last 6 days, and we'll meet again in the validity session. All the best for your examination. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.